Let's unbox the Funko Pop Vinyl Deluxe figure of Luke Skywalker with Tauntaun from The Empire Strikes Back. Varykino. If it's Star Wars, we collect it. Hello there, thanks for visiting Varykino. I absolutely love the creatures of Star Wars, especially Tauntauns. I just think they are really cute. My main collecting focus for Star Wars is Hasbro's 3.75-inch line, but sadly they don't release beasts and creatures in that particular action figure line as often as they used to, so I am looking to some other companies to get my fix of cute Star Wars creatures. So I was really excited when I found the two deluxe Tauntaun figures from The Empire Strikes Back that were made by Funko at a local convention. I was so happy to finally find those two. They were missing from my collection. So I finally have some deluxe Funko Pop Vinyl Tauntauns for my collection. And today I'm going to be opening up the Luke Skywalker with Tauntaun figure there. I also have the Han Solo. I'm going to be opening that one up really soon as well, so I can finally get them together. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Coming up really soon, I'll open the box up. We'll check out all of the details because they're a little bit hidden. But first, let's take one last look at the packaging. I really like the packaging that Funko uses for their deluxe pop vinyl figures. We've got this lovely big window that wraps around the side. We can see that adorable Tauntaun face there. We've also got another window here on the left looking in, and we also have a window here at the top letting in lots of light, which is great if you like to keep yours in the packaging. Personally, for me, they take up a little bit more extra space because we've got all this sort of extra space around the figure. I don't have that much space for all of my Funko Pop vinyl figures, so I take mine out and display just the figures, but this one in particular just looks really nice in the packaging, so I totally understand why some fans would keep this one boxed. We've got the iconic Pop logo here. The title for this one reads Luke Skywalker with Tauntaun. We can see this is number 366. We've got a lovely image here of Luke Skywalker on Tauntaun there, a little bit cropped off, but we've got a few other images on the rest of the packaging. And this one was released for the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back, because of course this was from this particular film. So we've got this lovely big anniversary logo printed here on the front on this beautiful blue starry sky background there. Moving on to the side, we've got that window showing the Tauntaun face there, and we've also got this whole preview image of the complete deluxe Funko, including the base. On the sides of standard Funko, we often just get the foreheads kind of peeking out through the side. I really like the fact that we've got a full preview image, and interestingly, we can see that the Star Wars logo on the base, which generally indicates the front, is in line with the Tauntaun face rather than with Luke's face. So we can see that Funko kind of intends for it to be displayed with the Tauntaun facing out, which I think is really interesting. A lot of times the poor creatures of Star Wars get a little bit of a backseat to the hero characters. I've got plenty of Luke Skywalker Funkos. I'm happy that the Tauntaun gets a little bit more of a starring role in this particular design. We've also got the name of this particular Funko written there as well. Moving on to the back, another clear image here of the Funko, a little bit cropped off here because of course Tauntauns have a long tail. The base continues on a little bit further there in that direction. We've got that fantastic starry sky background here behind all of the images. A very big logo for the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back with the number there, 366, and a bit of a preview of some of the other Funkos from this particular collection. We have Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker and Yoda, Han Solo and Carbonite, and a two-pack of Han Solo and Princess Leia as we see them on Cloud City from The Empire Strikes Back there. Again, the side window has another lovely image there of the full Funko with Luke, Tauntaun, and the full base being clearly visible there as well. We've also got that blue starry sky print surrounding the window. And of course, looking at the top, again, another nice clear image there of the Funko complete with base. Really nice. I really like the packaging for this one, but I gotta see them out of the packaging, so let's open it up. Like all of my Funko Pop vinyls, I'm going to open this one up from the underside, just in case I wrinkle any of the cardboard flaps. They're going to be hidden when I put the box back on display. Wow, we can see that huge big snowy base there. So usually these join up. This has got the base exposed. That's kind of different. Not sure how I'm going to be able to grab this one. Let's see if I can get it from the top here. Oh, and it's heavy. That's cool. Okay, and we can kind of see that there was a snowy hearth print there in behind the figure. We've got this really big plastic tray here. Okay. Oh, we can finally get it out. Oh, it's big. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, let's clear the packaging out so we can really go over all of the details. This looks so cute. There is so much to look at with this particular deluxe figure. There is so many details. Of course, we've got technically 2 figures. I'm going to start out with Luke first. So as I move it, you can see that as usual, Luke is a bobblehead. All of the Star Wars figures in the Funko Pop vinyl range are bobbleheads, but the Tauntaun is not. And I don't know why I thought it might be. Of course, because we've got reins here connecting from Luke's hands to the front of the Tauntaun. Sort of like a horse with a bit and reins there, but of course that would restrict it. So it has a fixed head and Luke is the bobble head. He has some fantastic details to his costume. Of course, they have lots of gear for their expeditions on Hoth. There is a lot of little painted details here. So I do have to note that on this particular version, we do have a little bit of a paint flaw. If I just tip his head up, we can see that the wet paint on his sort of goggles here at the top has been scratched during production. That's a little bit of a shame, but I'm probably going to have the Tauntaun as a little bit of a hero face here at the front because of course we've got that Star Wars logo at the front. So Luke's going to be probably tipped to the side. I'm probably really not going to notice that. And as I mentioned before, I didn't find this one locally during the original release. Deluxe figures in New Zealand are a lot harder to find than standard Funkos, and not a lot of our local stores do even get them in stock. So if it's a particular popular one like a Tauntaun, they go very quickly and they become very hard to find. So I'm just really excited that I've got this one, even if it does have a paint flaw. But to be honest, it's almost kind of hard to find Funkos these days that don't have some little small paint flaws, so I'll take what I can get. I really like the costume details of Luke here. He's got all of the sort of quilting and patches, lots of different paintwork. I really like the metallic finish here on his sort of little communicator section here on his sort of hat that he's got. Lots of great details and some really great sculpting for the way that he sort of sits on the saddle and holding the reins as well. From looking up really close, I can kind of see we've got like a little cutout for his shoe, and the way that he is attached to the saddle, he looks like a completely separately sculpted piece that has then been attached. It's a little bit hard to tell where the sculpting joins would be. I feel like the reins are attached here at the front, and his hands actually look like they are sculpted as part of the reins. So I'm thinking the join might be at the wrists there so that they can attach all of these pieces holding them. I thought the reins might just kind of be sitting there and having his hands kind of close to them. I wasn't actually expecting them to all be joined like that. Really nice and tidy. And then of course we've got that front shape of the saddle hooking there as well. He's got all his sort of cold weather supplies stored away on the back here as well. There's just a lot of details going on here. Some really nice just sculpting and paint work there. And of course I've got to talk about this adorable Tauntaun. I really like the face, and that's why I really like the Creatures of Star Wars, especially in the Funko line, because Funko already looks cute. We've got these really big round eyes. It just works so well for creatures. It gives them a real sort of cute, wide-eyed look. So of course, Luke's Tauntaun has a sort of a broken horn here, so we've got that. That is not something broken on this particular one. It is sculpted like that. So we've got the complete horn there, the broken off one there. I really like the cute little face. We've got all of the details there with the harness, the eyes, the little horns, the ears. Everything just looks so cute. I like the way that the hands are sort of held. We've got the big feet with the sort of little toenails there, and the tail going all the way there into the back. And of course the whole thing is sculpted with sort of a fake sort of little fluffy fur sort of texture there as well. We do have a little bit of a wash, I think, on some elements. It looks like they've kind of done a little bit of a white wash on certain elements, particularly down the legs and on the arms. And at first I wasn't sure, particularly on this side, if we just perhaps had some glue run off, because we've got sort of a bit of a white patch there, but it is featured on the arms. We can see it all the way down the arm here, all the way down the legs here. Not as much, I don't really see it on the face, and it's not really present on the tail much. A little bit down the ends here, we can see it a little bit there. So I know that this is sort of like a soft all over kind of snowy wash, which I quite like. I'm not quite sure why it doesn't really seem to be that present on the face on this particular one, but I do like the fact that we've got a little bit there on the rest of the body. And of course, we have to talk about this fantastic base. I do kind of really like the sculpted bases. I know all of these standard Funko Pop vinyl Star Wars figures have that iconic black sort of stepped base with the Star Wars logo on the front. But when we talk about the deluxe figures, we often just get really adventurous. And I don't know why I wasn't expecting this really glossy finish of the white sort of snowy base here. It is completely flat across the top, and we've just got this absolutely glossy shiny finish, and then we've sort of got this textured side edge also with the same glossy finish, but we can see it's not a hard edge, it's kind of shaped like snow. And then we have a little bit of a flat panel here at the front with the silver Star Wars logo printed there, perhaps a little bit higher. It's not quite centrally aligned here for this particular sort of rectangular plaque, but it does look straight, so I don't mind it. Sometimes they can be a little bit angled, so it looks a little bit off. I think it looks really nice there and tidy. The figure is joined well to the base. We've just got a tiny little gap here for the base of the tail, but the feet are really nice and secure down there. Oh, I just keep looking at the face. It looks really cute. So I recently also unboxed another deluxe figure from the Empire Strikes Back. I took a look at the Imperial Probe Droid, and I think it's really interesting because these were both released for the 40th anniversary of the Empire Strikes Back, but getting them together, I think it's really interesting that they did very different techniques for these two, and I thought it was interesting to kind of get them side by side. So for this particular base, we also have sort of a snowy base, but it is accented with the sort of green airbrushing, which we don't have on this one. This one is just plain white. No textures or anything on the surface either. It is just this flat glossy white. This one, we've got the sort of bumps and textures of sort of a snow there as well. We've also got very different plaques. This one is a flat plaque with a printed Star Wars logo, like we find on the standard Funkos. Like if, say, Luke was by himself, we would have a plaque like this on his black base. This one has that sort of sculpted, raised Star Wars logo that we see on some of the other ones. Sometimes these are sort of painted, which I don't like because it tends to get a little bit messy. I personally do like both of these styles, but I think it's kind of interesting that they don't match, that they have gone with a different style for each of these. And I don't know if it bothers me that they don't match. And same with the bases. They do look very different now that I put them side by side. I thought they might match a little bit more. But I'm just really excited to have these two together. I know the Han one goes with this more. I'm definitely keen to get the Han Solo on Tauntaun out of the box very shortly, so I can do a bit of a group scene with all three together. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting that the base styles on these were so different. So I just popped that one back out of the way so I can see the Tauntaun in all its cute glory. I know this one is a slightly older one. There were some slight little flaws with this one, mainly on Luke's goggles there at the top, but overall it was a fantastic price, a lot less than I would have paid if I had found it originally when it was first released at retail cost. So I'm just really excited to finally have this adorable Funko Pop vinyl version of a Tauntaun from the Empire Strikes Back for my collection. I just think it looks so cute. I love Tauntauns. I almost kind of wish that Funko did more sort of sound effects in some of their ones. I love the sounds of Tauntauns. I kind of wish there was like a little button or something like that where I could play a Tauntaun noise. I guess I just have to look up some sounds on my phone or play the scene whenever I look at this so that I can hear those adorable little Tauntaun sounds. I think this is so cute. I really wish Hasbro released more Star Wars creatures, but at least we do get quite a lot of creatures in the Funko Pop Final line. I'm thinking about how fast we got the Mandalorian with Blurg in the Funko collection. They came out with that one really quickly, and we are still waiting for the Blurg in the Vintage Collection line from Hasbro. It has been announced, but it is years after we first saw them in the series. So big props to Funko for actually giving us the creatures of Star Wars in their line. Took me a few years to track this one down, but I'm so excited to have an adorable Tauntaun for my Funko collection. It just looks absolutely cute. And now I'm not sure which way I kind of want to display it. It might be just a little bit tipped to the side so I can see a little bit of Luke and a lot of the Tauntaun. It's got such a cute face. I love the Funko eyes for Star Wars creatures. I think they look adorable. Luke's a little bit hidden, but I get the feeling that if we had sculpted it with the sort of head tipped to the side, it would just be too close to Luke. So I understand, of course, the Tauntaun's going to face forward in line with its body, and Luke is going to be tipped to the side there. Overall, I love the sculpt, the pose, the details. It's a great figure. I'm really, really excited to finally have this adorable Tauntaun. It's so cute. I was so excited to find this one at my local convention and for such a great discounted price. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today as I opened up another Star Wars collectible for my collection and had a lot of fun checking out all of this cute Tauntaun figure. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are in the galaxy, and let's hang out again very soon for more Star Wars fun. May the Force be with you. If you're a Funko fan, I recently unboxed the Deluxe Probe Droid figure. That video is linked here in case you haven't already seen it, as well as a whole Funko unboxing playlist. This is the way.